So I'm feeling quite good about myself today because I did this whole intense facial yesterday. Like I had a steam, I had a scrub, I had a mask on, and I did it all at home. So I saved a lot of bucks, and my skin feels better because I had like a massive breakout this whole month. But I'm feeling better now, and I've put down the tutorial for the mask that I did. It's a ginger, turmeric, honey, grapeseed oil, and tea tree oil. Actually, I'm gonna start selling the tea tree oil soon. So if you're looking for it, you can just hit me up, and it's quite affordable. So I've put the tutorial on my blog, which is Diva Diaries .blogspot.com, and it's right in the description, which is just another video. Now I want to talk about something, and I was not going to talk about sex, but I feel like maybe I should vent a little. And I'm not saying this happened to me, disclaimer, even if that doesn't help. But I have a question for you guys. What is it about not lasting long or not meeting your sexual prowess that just makes you have a low self-esteem? I'm saying this because picture this: you meet a guy, you've been chatting, and you're like really hot for this guy. I mean, ladies, you know what I mean. It happens to guys, but when you just have been chatting for a long time and you're like, I am so gonna do this guy, and then you finally have the chance and you're by his house, and he just kind of makes you relax and tells you, oh, he's gonna handle everything, he wants to be in charge, and then bloop bloop bloop, 3 seconds, right? This guy actually even goes as far as telling you, oops, I think I've come. Like, what I know is that if you're having sex and you come, right, for instance, especially if you ejaculate, you will know you have ejaculated. You can't tell me that, oh, I think I've ejaculated. Come on. Like, really. Especially for a guy who is below the age of 30, then you really have to see a doctor, right? And so you're trying to be understanding because you know that, okay, the first round is usually not a great one for most guys. Especially if you've been drinking like the whole night or you've been flirting for a while. So you stay over. And in the morning, you're waking up and this guy is already dressed, and you're thinking, okay, I would think that ordinarily what you would want to do is make up for like everything that happened, and he doesn't, right? And here's the worst part about this whole situation is the guy then stops picking up your calls, stops texting you back. It's so hard to say a lot of S's in one sentence. And then, so you're like, maybe I should overreact. Maybe I did something wrong, right? So you talk to your friends, like the guys, and they're like, you know what? This guy has a low self-esteem. The whole situation gave him a low self-esteem. So there are two things involved here. Just pull back, don't pressure him, don't do anything, just leave him. He's gonna come back. And he's probably gonna come back if and when he goes to another chick, for instance, and bangs, 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 and redeems himself, then comes back, right? Hey, this advice is from a guy, by the way, so full disclaimer, ladies. Don't blame me if it doesn't work. Sorry, Steve. Anyway, I just think that it's ridiculous because if you've been drinking or it's your first time having sex with a chick or you haven't had sex in a long time, sometimes you don't last that long in the first round. And I think that it's kind of like a jerk or douche move for you to then now go quiet and hide out because you're embarrassed or something. Then it just makes you look worse. And I think that sex is a big deal, yes, in relationships, but it's not the only thing that's involved in relationships. And I always sort of tell people when they say, oh, I broke up with my partner because they were terrible in the sack. My question is always, did you try to talk to them about it? Did you sit down and work around it? Because if someone doesn't touch you the way you want to be touched, if someone doesn't maybe have sex with you the way you want it to be, you can always show them. I don't think that one experience is necessarily enough for you to sort of pull back and be ashamed. And I think that if you're watching, you should probably reach out to that chick and apologize for being a douche. But you probably won't because douches don't really notice that they are douches. Anyway, sound off and also tell me what your worst experience was the first time you had sex with someone, yeah? And try to be careful not to hurt people's feelings when you do. So follow the hashtag, it's Zambian Actress in KE, and check the description below for a lot of goodies.